my bass experience, it's like, it's something that I've done, but I haven't done a lot of, right? But my thing is that when I get the drums, there's also a shortage of drummers around. So as soon as you play drums or bass, like, people want you. The problem is I don't have a bass amp, right? But drums, you buy the acoustic drums, you don't have to worry about miking them until you get to a certain size. And a lot of times when you're playing a place that requires them to be mic'd, they already have their house PA anyway, you know? I have a small PA, but it's not worth, like, it doesn't make enough noise, you know what I mean, to play bars and stuff like that. So, but the drums are loud, right? But I'm gonna get a studio kit if I can, just because you don't have to hit them as hard to get the same, you know, they're not as loud. And really, the quietest drum kit is still usually too loud anyway. Because stage volume, if your stage volume is too high and the drummer sets the stage volume, the sound sucks. You know, like, a lot of people don't realize how a good drummer that understands volume control and all that stuff, how that guy's the guy that really controls how good the band's going to sound live. When all you hear is drums and cymbals, right? Like, you can't hear the bass properly, can't hear the guitars or the vocals hardly at all. The band sucks, and that's pretty much not every band, but a lot of bands have that problem, right? They do not. How do you put it? They don't understand that you have to blend the volume properly to get a good sound live, whether you're going through a PA with everything or not. Because there are bands that sound good without a PA, you know, except for the vocals. They have a PA for the vocals, right? And you don't always have to mic the bass drum if the sound is moderate. It's just, you have to understand that, okay, you know what? People at the back of the room, as long as they can hear you, it doesn't matter if they can talk over you. You know, like, you don't have to be super, super loud. In fact, I'd rather, you know, like, I used to play super, super loud, you know what I mean? But considering the firepower I've got, you know, like, that way, buddy. Couldn't really tell with the glare. Yeah, so, like, you know, playing super, super loud was kind of the order of the day with the equipment I had, right? And I was going to say had, but I still have most of it. So what ends up happening is that, you know, your drummer can play a little bit louder if you guys can play louder and still sound good. Like, I'd play on about maybe 3 or 4, but I found 2.5 was the sweet spot for my amp, and the bass was about the same. So we try to get okay, that's the volume that the drummer has to play to. He's got a trim. He's got a trim. Big diesel. Put that there. Alright, so then I'm going to go with the provisions.